Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan. If you didn't know, now you know. And it's everybody's favorite time of the month. You know that though, because you can tell from the title. It is Mystery Nail Art. So, word on the street is, the last one, I might have messed it up and got the wrong color by picking the wrong line, not what the generator said. So we're gonna do our best to make sure we don't make that mistake again. So let's get our generator out and our spreadsheet and pick us some colors. Don't mind me that I'm looking over here because actually my laptop is over there instead of putting it right here and having to move it. So let's see, what are we gonna pull? We need two. Okay, number 2, wow, and number 39. Those are both gonna be really early on. Number 2, counting carats, because number 1 doesn't exist. This is a China Glaze. It's a gold glitter and it's super thick. I use it sometimes for making embossed decorations. So there's that. And then what was the other one? 39. 39, 39. 39. I am familiar with this one as well. I use it a lot. It is Salsa. It is just a bright cream red. So red and gold are our colors. It's not Christmas. But I guess we're making red and gold nails. Let me go get supplies. Alright, so we've got our 2 colors here. This one is the Salsa. This one is the counting carats. I am holding it upside down apparently. So like this one is just like a cream red. Very plain, very nice. I have put nail polish thinner in this umpteen million times, and I just put a whole lot more so that it's a little bit more maneuverable. But it's just, you know, glitter's a thick polish. We're gonna use it though, and I've got a plan. But first we need a base coat, and it's Orly Bonder. And then of course we give that a moment to dry. Okay, these are dry enough to work on, so here's the plan. I am going to paint all of them red except this one. This one we're going to paint gold, but I am going to try and do the sponge method to get it on there densely, because when you paint glitter just straight out of the bottle, it can take many, many, many coats. So we're going to try it, but first we're going to put on the red. While it is often difficult to paint your non-dominant hand, I think I did a pretty good job. And that's just one coat. I am going to give it a second coat just because it's slightly sheer, but that's pretty good. Well, I just didn't do as good of a job that time. Gotta clean it up. Perfect. Okay. So our red nails are painted. They're going to need a moment to dry, but we are going to work on the gold one. I'm going to try really hard not to get this everywhere, but we'll see. Okay? So here's how we're going to do it. I am going to scoop it out and just like paint it on the end of here thick, because the sponge will absorb the extra nail polish base, leaving the glitter, or that's the plan anyway. That way when I stick it on, it's thicker, in theory. I have a lot on there. I don't know if you can see, but yeah, that's quite a bit. But let's see. So I'm gonna start in the middle and see if I can't. Well, it's not working. It's also kind of goopy, but it could be worse. Getting up around these edges is not an easy task though, but I'll keep working on it. Let me turn this over so we can see. I don't know if you can see, but I couldn't see much. I am literally sticking my fingernail all in my red paint. That is asinine. Okay, at this point it's just picking more up than it's putting down, so we need to get some more. And I'm going to have to repair that because that was not the goal. I should have put quick dry top coat on there. Actually, it may smooth out once I do. But let's put some more of this. Gonna bring this back over for stability. It's actually not looking bad. A little bit thick in spots, but if we keep doing it in layers, I think one more layer is probably going to be great. Alright, let's dab the last layer, presumably. Okay, so I am going to push our sides in because they're a little distorted in areas and we don't want them sticking off. But yeah, that's actually pretty good. Very shiny. And I didn't mess up the reds too bad. It's just this one's got a bit of a dent in it, you can kind of see, but only slightly. I'm gonna go over this with Polish Shield and hopefully it'll melt that dent together. Yeah, looks like it did. Let's put some on the glitter nail. I put it on that nail extra thick so that maybe when it dries, it'll help with some of that texture. I don't know about you, but I think that's looking pretty good. I'll be right back once it's dry. It's dry enough to touch. We're gonna start the nail art, and so here's what we're gonna do. I am going to scoop some of this onto a palette, and I'm gonna use this brush to apply it. And we're gonna do a half French, yeah? And then a line that comes down a little bit, and we're gonna put a little rhinestone at the bottom. This nail is gonna be different though. So that's what we're gonna try and do, and I'm gonna try and make it look good, but we'll see. I'm gonna start on the pinky, and so I'm just gonna get us right up on it. Pardon me if you're all up in my hair. This is just how it has to be. And then we'll try and fill that in after. It is so hard for me to not shake while I'm doing this because I'm not left-handed. My line is not very straight, but it's okay, we'll live. Let's see if I can fill this part in with the bottle brush. It is a little bit hella thick doing it that way. Let's see if I can't spread this out a little bit. Take some of that off. I mean, it worked. So that's what we're gonna do. I am going to try and fast forward through these other ones though, because you don't want to have to see that slow motion process every time. Okay, that's pretty good. What do you think? Yeah? Yeah? All right, let's keep going. Okay, yeah, that one's good. Now the thumb. Okay, that's pretty good, right? Well, it really does not want me to show it to you up close. I think that's all right. And this stuff dries pretty quickly, so these may be even ready for us to move on. Okay, yeah, these are pretty dry. Now I am gonna go over it with the Polish Shield one more time just to seal in these glitters before we put on the rhinestones. We'll zoom that out just a little bit. Alright, so we're gonna take our 4 rhinestones only. You guys know how well this works. If you've seen these nails already, then you'll know all of this is put on with 4 rhinestones only, and it is secure. I've had this on for a few days now. Ain't nothing came off, and it won't until I clip it off. So I'm gonna get us a little bead of it and put it down here at the bottom of our thing. And then we've got our wax pencil. We're gonna grab our little rhinestone and we're gonna put him in that blob. Just like that. Our little blob on this one was kind of bigger than our rhinestone. But that's the plan. I think my rhinestone stuff was getting a little dry on this one. Let's put a little fresh out. There we go. We'll just put this on here, and it is okay if it gets on your stone because it will dry down and it will not bother your facets. Yeah, so that's good. Let's do the thumb. That's pretty cute. Now, I bet you're wondering, what are we doing with this finger? It's left. There's nothing over there. Well, I'll tell you. I got this charm for this one. It's really cute. It has red stone. We're just gonna put this kind of here in the middle. We want plenty of this stuff on here though. It's spread around pretty good. Cause I don't know exactly where it's gonna make contact, but wherever it does, I want it to be And then we can reinforce it afterwards once we've got it nice and stuck on there. Alright, I could not pick this thing up with that tool for some reason. I would like to make sure I put this on here straight. Sometimes I get these things on and they are not. Okay, I think that is straight. As you can see, this back part is a little bit up and the front part is a little bit up. That's okay. Just don't get it snagged on anything, and I'm going to fill that in with more for rhinestones only. Alright, so that's pretty good. I'm going to give that a moment to dry, and then we're going to come in and assess. Alright, so here's what we've got. What are you thinking? I like it. It is very sparkly. Let me go ahead and start showing you the photos here. You know, sometimes mystery nail art goes really badly, and sometimes it doesn't. I would say this is one of the more successful mystery nail arts. I think it is pretty cute. The gold and red go together well. This is more of a holiday season color scheme, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Let me know what you would have done if you got these colors. What do you think would make a red and gold, especially glitter, more seasonally appropriate for spring or even summer? Because I'm not sure. Maybe if I had put the gold down and then just made like red flowers. I don't know, but I like what we've got, and I hope you like it too. Thank you so much for watching my video, especially if you made it to the end. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your interaction. I definitely appreciate all of it. It helps the algorithm, it helps my channel grow, it helps me by giving me joy, and I hope it helps you by giving you joy as well. Definitely make sure you're following my socials. Sometimes I post things over there that don't get posted over here, and check my description. There are links down there for different nail sources, stores, things like that, brands. That way you can get a discount code if you use any of those brands and save yourself some money, and definitely use my affiliate link as well. That does support me. It lets them know you came from me. But that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.